The most expensive trip to the hardware store is the one you make at 7 in the morning with water on the floor. Today I'm making the other trip with you. One visit, one basket, the short list I would hand any homeowner before anything is broken. Because when a fitting lets go at 2 in the morning, the store is closed, the plumber is charging emergency rates, and the $12 part you never bought becomes a phone call you did not budget for. Stay with me to the end because there is one aisle in that store I want you to walk past entirely, and it's the one with the biggest promises printed on the label. I'm Earl Hodges, master plumber, retired, 40 years under kitchen sinks, and I'll show you what belongs in your cart before you need it. This is not a renovation list, and it is not permission to open a wall. It is a preparedness list for accessible residential problems. My rule is simple. Buy what stops water, buy what you already know how to use, and leave the rest on the shelf. Before we touch a single aisle, one thing that costs nothing: know where your main water shutoff is. Find it before you leave the house. Every item in this basket assumes you can make the water stop. If you cannot, nothing you buy today matters as much as learning that valve. First stop, and the cheapest one, screens and strainers. A mesh strainer for the kitchen sink, a hair catcher for the shower. Screens and strainers help keep hair and solids out of the pipe. They do not promise you will never see a clog, and they do not tell you what is already sitting deeper in the line. They hold back what has not gone down yet. That is the whole job, and it is worth doing. Next, plungers, plural. A cup plunger for sinks and tubs, a flange plunger for toilets. They are different shapes because they seal different openings. One plunger trying to do both jobs does neither one well, and the flange plunger that has been in a toilet does not belong in your kitchen sink afterward. Two tools clearly labeled, stored apart. Then the hand tools, a pair of channel lock pliers, an adjustable wrench, work gloves, a flashlight or headlamp, and a bucket. The bucket is the most honest tool in plumbing. It does not fix anything. It buys you time, keeps water off the floor, and sits under a trap when you open one. If you only remember one item from this video, remember the bucket. Grab a roll of thread seal tape while you're in that aisle, the white PTFE tape. It is for threaded connections you can reach and comfortably work on like a shower head or a hose bib. It is not a cure for a leaking joint you do not understand, and it does not belong on compression fittings. Follow the instructions on the packaging, not a habit you saw once. Now walk to the appliance section and look at supply hoses. If your washing machine is still running on the original rubber hoses and you do not know how old they are, braided stainless replacements are one of the better purchases in this store. A failed washer hose can flood a home while nobody is standing there watching it. Replacing one is within reach for many homeowners. Water off first, machine pulled out, hand tight, plus a careful turn. But if you are not comfortable doing it, buying the part and paying someone to install it is still cheaper than a flood. A hand auger, the small drain snake, is a maybe, not a must. If you buy one, it is for the fixture drain you can reach, used according to its instructions. It is not a tool for the main line, and forcing it past what it was built for can turn a slow drain into a damaged one. When the clog is past the reach of the opening, that is information, not an invitation. And now the aisle I told you about at the start. The chemical drain cleaner aisle. Walk past it. Some non-enzymatic drain cleaners contain strong acids or alkalis, and misuse, splashing, or ingestion can cause serious burns. If the product does not clear the clog, that chemical can sit in the standing water, and the next person to open that trap, whether that is you or the professional you called, gets a caustic surprise. I'm not telling you the bottle never works. I'm telling you the label carries risks the commercial does not mention, and nothing else in this basket can hurt you the way that aisle can. Now the stop signs, because no basket replaces a diagnosis. If the same drain keeps slowing down after you've done the surface work, stop buying and get it looked at. If more than one drain is backing up, a toilet is gurgling, water is rising through a floor drain, or sewage is returning in a tub or shower, nothing in this store fixes that. Stop using water and get the appropriate local utility or professional involved. Do not handle wastewater from a backup as if it were ordinary household dirt. An overflow can be dangerous and may contain organisms that cause disease. Back to that early morning trip you are not going to make. Everything on this list fits in one basket, and the W